Hey there, folks. I'm Punkin Spice, and you are watching Rejects and Friends Rapid Fire 2026. We're raising money for Planned Parenthood Federation of America. And coming up here, we've got Morpheus running Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards 100%. Right now, we have a raffle open for that. It is a Kirby 64 poster by Isaiah Animation. And we've also still got our two polls open for Pokemon Platinum for choosing the Evolution and our starter. But on that note, Morpheus, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm Morph, and today I'm going to be doing Kirby 64 100%, and it's going to be a pretty fun time. Very cute game, very cool, lots of abilities. I've got Perp here on commentary with me. He's going to help me out when I don't say anything.
Hi, I'm Burp.
He is Perp. Alright, but I think we should go ahead and get started. Blow up this file, and alright, I'll count us down from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Awesome. And we get right into the action, like, right away in this game. We just, like, skip the cutscenes right away, and we immediately get our best movement option in the whole game of the single fire. And some tricky movement here, or at least, like, some inputs. There's, like, the input buffer for this game is pretty weird. So he's hitting, like, VBA in, like, not too rapid a succession, so it doesn't drop his inputs, but fast enough so he doesn't lose any height while going for that. So yeah, this is some 1-1 action, and actually also our first shard that we have to get along the way is one of the few that we need, like, a specific copy ability to be able to acquire it. Is needing the explosion, the bomb ability for that. I don't think you need the fire with it though, but there are others that do require, like, the specific combo. And a clean Waddle Doo fight. Who is that Waddle Doo? We don't know, but Waddle Dee's there.
Yeah, now we got Waddle Dee. Yeah, World 1 is a lot of fire movement. It's pretty intense. We got 1-2 now. All the music in this game is so good.
Yeah, once I started playing this game with the headphones on, I started really appreciating the soundtrack even more. Like, there's a lot of, like, nice subtleties to it. Honestly, and most of the time it's the bass lines.
Yeah, for sure.
We get our first little Waddle Dee segment. Is like, the first world of this game is us kind of, like, getting our heist crew together. We just beat up all our friends and then make them join us on an adventure.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, Waddle Dee typically has the auto-scroller segments. You definitely would not be able to cross that gap without having some kind of movement option like fire. Now here's Adeline.
Oh, yeah.
She's drawing. She's trying her best.
Subbing in paint roller.
Just walk
Dude,
backwards a little.
Enemy.
It's so funny.
It's so hard to hit sometimes. If you miss that one fire, that thing is taken off.
Yeah, you have to be really on point for hitting that. Like, you can't just be slacking off like everything before it.
There we go. And that's 1-2. Easy. I guess some interesting stuff about this game. It's one of like the only Kirby games, at least I can think of off the top of my head, where you can't just float indefinitely. You like gets tired after a while.
Yeah.
And so there's a few levels where we got to keep that in mind. And then I guess one of the other things, at least as far as a speed game goes, is I guess there are glitches. I haven't really seen them, but apparently they are not very helpful in terms of speed running. So this is essentially a glitchless speed run.
Yeah, the thing
And
Perp mentioned with like the fire movement, I'm pretty much doing an animation cancel by pressing A after doing fire. There's a little animation of Kirby falling over at the end of his fire animation, like that. But if you press A to jump and like do a puff, then it'll just cancel that, so you can just chain that over and over. So here's our first combo ability, double cutter, and we immediately get rid of it because we don't need it anymore.
a double cutter kind of high-key bad IMO.
It's very funny though, it's just a giant cutter.
Yeah, right. It just gets bigger and he throws his like upper body at it, like with it.
And here's double fire now. Double fire is pretty useful.
And probably would be the best movement option if it wasn't for that like animation at the end.
Yeah, that animation I mentioned with single fire always plays out with double fire if you don't hit something. Double fire is definitely going to be really good for this first boss. Can anyone guess who the first boss is? It's a Kirby game. It's always this guy. It's Wispy.
In classic Kirby fashion. Wispy and they're young.
Kind of an awkward pattern, but that's fine. Okay, that works. Have to run back to him. So yeah, the first part of this fight is a little bit of RNG with what the Wispy Juniors will do. But double fire pretty much just does it all for you because the hitbox is absolutely huge and goes really far.
That's World 1.
No cutscenes, unfortunately. You can just skip all of them. Oh, right into World 2. Get some double fire action. Double fire is interesting because depending on what kind of movement you're doing before inputting B to shoot forward, you'll get differing speeds at the start of it. So a lot of double fire movement is consistent of just like doing specific movement before you press B to go forward.
Honestly, high-key impressed every time like I double fire. I always stop right before an enemy and take damage.
It's really hard. Like, harder than you'd expect.
While we're going through this, do we have enough time for a couple of quick donations?
We do. We have our first auto-scroller right here.
Well, perfect. So we do have $5 from @lemillion with no comment, but it does have the donation matching. And we have another $71 from Your Average Link saying, as promised, what are the chances of 2 1-up drops? I'm actually not sure what the chances are, so I couldn't tell you. And related to that, we have Birder with $136 that says, donating the $71 along with Yao, plus another $15 for Herm, RIP, what happened to Herm, and a bonus $50 for the new PB. Congrats, Yao. It was a lot of fun, less than 3.
Doesn't this guy shooting the sand out, doesn't it just look like Andross from the Super Nintendo games?
A Sandross, as a wise man once said.
Yeah. Alright, that was good.
Alright, this is actually, that was a scary copy ability to just get. The Sparkies will move a little unpredictably, and this is another case where we need specifically to have Stone and Spark abilities to get this shard.
Yeah.
And there's no rock for the rest of the level, so missing that would mean would kind of be a runge over kind of deal. You got to restart the whole thing. Big pain.
Pretty much have to do the entire level over again. These enemies suck. Alright. Usually I don't take tomatoes, but if I'm dying like this, I will. Because, yeah. Dying is pretty bad. Something you'll see me do a lot in this run is sliding at the edge of platforms. If you slide out the edge of a platform and let go of the D-pad, Kirby will just retain that momentum. Which is, like, pretty neat tech. There's a lot of, like, small movement tech in this game that can add up to save quite a bit of time.
Also love to see the grounded fire movement, because you don't even have to worry about the animation canceling and that. You just mash away. There are few opportunities to fire move like that. There's one other interesting thing about this game that, actually, I haven't really heard anybody talk about. Was like, there's like weird like conservation of momentum with stuff like this, where like if you all that, it's like ascending, Kirby will get a big boost to his vertical height, and there's like another level with like swinging vines where you'll just get so much more speed out of letting it go, and I don't know, just fun movement options here and there. Speaking of which, getting that ice ability to set up for my favorite movement option later. But first we have our first DDD segment where we got this little tag team action.
The king himself.
Sometimes Kirby just needs that raw power.
Pretty much, yeah. There is no hammer ability in this game. This is the best we got, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of missing abilities in this game, but
it's definitely made up for with all the combos.
True.
Alright, so we're gonna go back to 2-2. Because we're gonna combine this ice power we just got with stone to get curling stone. And now we're gonna move some more.
Yeah, some more interesting movement. There's a whole like nuance to it, and it's so much fun.
This is probably like one of the hardest levels to get used to doing curling stone.
And again, it's another one of those things that it changes the behavior of the movement depending on Kirby's speed before you begin, like turning into the stone. So it's you can get a lot of speed And also very helpful for descending in water, which we'll see later in this level.
It's the main reason it's faster for this level. You save a lot of time throughout the level using fire, but at the very end you would lose it all at the end to the swimming segment. I don't know how much time Curling Stone saves, but it is interesting to be able to use this power-up.
I wish there was more of it. I think it's only in like 3 levels.
Yeah, it's this level and 2 in World 4.
Do we have some time here for a few more donations?
Yep, we're at that swimming segment, and I'm just falling.
Gotcha. So we have $10 from Herminator, who says, Birder, I can't be having you donate more than me for my own banning. While this isn't for the purpose of another banning, mods feel free to ban again. I'd like to note, Herminator, that you spelled banning incorrectly. We have $30 from Nikki that says, give me that curb. And $45 from Talib Qwerty that says, now the money we raised ends in $67.67. Let's go. Not sure how I feel about that.
Alright, that's the end of Curling Stone for now. We'll see more of it. If you've ever seen a run for this game, you would also bring Curling Stone into this level if you were doing the RNG manipulation. But I am not certified enough to do that, so we're gonna do it the way they intended with getting Bomb here.
Only like a couple of people have carried a manip through the whole game, have they?
It's not many, no. I can only think of 2 people who have done it. Maybe 3, but definitely 2 at least.
I'm speculating 3, but yeah. Yeah, same, definitely 2. Oh, and this is a room where the, yeah, interesting, there's like the health matters, and then being able to fly to the top without Kirby getting tired. Well, can really get you. You got that crit health.
Nice.
Good thing the biggest danger is getting one shot anyway.
Star, Cloud, Water. I was a little worried about doing that movement in that room, but we got it just fine. This room's funny. You're supposed to go through and do a lot of platforming, but you can just mash the A button and just inhale. Or puff up, rather.
When I played this game casually, I just did that because I knew that was the strat. And it's funny just to think that I, to this day, still have no idea what that room looks like.
Right. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, we are on to our second boss, and this is actually an auto-scroller for at least over a minute.
Oh yeah, and we get that double spark animation.
There's a little bit of RNG here where I can pretty much stand in place and not get hit, depending on which way Pix spins around, so enjoy the vibes and the music.
This would have been a good like idle screen for before the run, honestly.
I was thinking about this one. There was another one I've just discovered, or I forgot about. When you do the boss battles sub mode and you like quit out, it just says at the top of the screen it's hopeless, and everyone's all sad.
That's funny.
Well, speaking of hopeless, we do have the antithesis of hopeless at the moment because we did actually just pass our current goal a bit ago. And that passed the record for 3 other events, I believe. So our next goal is going to be to surpass $6,184.69, which passes Cold Sweat 2025.
Let's go.
Nice. Congratulations, everyone.
Nice RNG. This pattern's a little awkward to deal with. This is the reason you keep double spark going into this level. Ah, dang. Okay. Fine enough. Usually they'll just spin around by themselves. There's 2 attacks they have where they'll just like separate for themselves, but that one where it spins around the whole arena, kind of just jump into them with double spark.
And World 3, my beloved.
Already on World 3.
Yeah, actually, it's flying by. Then best track in the game for me.
Definitely one of the best ones. It's so good. I love these little guys dancing with the maracas.
Oh yeah, them too. I feel so betrayed when I get hit by them.
The hitbox on them is huge. Like, absolutely massive.
And some more gamer tech for this room. Another hard required ability. It got very clean.
Oops. There we go. Yeah, this run's really interesting, having to swap between like all of the different abilities, as opposed to like any percent where you're kind of just using fire a lot just to get through the game. This enemy scares me, dude.
Yeah, that one is scary. Especially at this next part, if you're on low health.
I'm trying to play it to not die, because this guy, he almost had me. That Sparky's a nemesis for sure. But we're through now.
Nice. Cleared. Get to enjoy a picnic. Well, everybody except Kirby gets to enjoy it.
Hey, I gave him a tomato once.
I see a lot of crying. And yet another hard required ability. We need to make sure we grab that stone, and actually faster to just keep it in Kirby's mouth the whole time. And just enjoy big Kirby run.
I love how bulbous Kirby looks in this game.
It's true. They did such a good job at making him round, friend-shaped on N64.
Something about this Kirby game in particular is just like... I just love looking at Kirby in this game. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Dang.
It's all good. That one's a little tricky to get the movement down for it. I don't have a lot of time to get up to the giant crab up top. And more auto
We gotta-
scroller. Gotta love Waddle Dee. I say it's auto scroller in like a condescending way, but like these are all very cute, so I don't mind.
True, and it's a nice way to fill up on health.
That's why I wasn't too worried about taking all that damage just now, to be honest.
So it's like one funny thing about this game being basically glitchless is like all the movement is pretty tight and it's pretty slow paced, so like you can see everything coming, so it's like getting hit by those interruptions of like messing up your movement or taking a hit that you don't expect is just like, I don't know, you just really feel it in this game.
Yeah, for sure. First
Especially in 1-1 where it's so easy to reset.
First invincibility candy, I think.
Oh yeah. Banger invincibility music.
Alright, this room is a little awkward. It's got a... Any room with a lot of verticality going on is always going to be weird in Kirby.
And then also extra weird because that water Kirby is walking on is basically like a conveyor belt. He's running against it. So even in that last room before, he was moving with extra speed. Oh, that was scary.
That was scary. I don't usually move like that. But we got through. That room usually goes a little bit worse than that.
And then we'll see more of those logs later, but those things will body you. Just get pushed back way far. So everyone get ready for the fan favorite, the one, the only elephant.
The elephant at the beach, dude. Look at him. You get to see him on 2 screens, even.
Man, I love that guy.
It's just so funny. It's like, yeah, there is an elephant at the beach. Alright, goodbye, fire.
Oh yeah, we got 2 abilities or combos that we need in this level.
Yeah, this one's interesting, getting the bomb here off that fish. Because that fish will blow himself up if you take too long to get to him. So you're on a bit of a little timer there. And this one is the shuriken ability that blows up. It's pretty neat. I like that one a lot.
It'd be so long to ever realize it's a shuriken just because it's the only time it ever gets used.
Yeah.
And you're usually like right up in the wall.
This Vex combo is a little tricky. I'm going to be getting it off this cutter enemy to get stone cutter. But the logs are going to be falling as I land on them for a little bit. There we go.
Nice. Oh, that ability scares me every time.
Yeah, that's a
It's-
spooky one.
That's your one shot, otherwise you gotta restart the level.
Okay, so this ability will let Kirby turn into his animal friends at random, you know, unless you RNG minute the game. But we need Rick. Let's see how long this takes. 1, 2, oh, 3. That's pretty good.
Third try Rick, wow.
The one no reset I did before this event, I got like 12th try Rick or something. So that's considerably better.
I think worst I've had was like 17th try.
Yeah, you can just be you can be stuck there for a while, just mashing the B button, hoping that Rick will show up, and then he doesn't.
I think this is my favorite ability though. Just for we don't see them, but the pitch movement is great.
Yeah, that's a cool part about the RNG manipulation. You manipulate getting Rick first try, and then you get pitch right after, and you can pretty much fly past those logs. I don't know if the other animal friends have like good movement like that, like Pitch does. It's pretty neat.
I don't think so. I think Pitch is just objectively better than like all of them.
Right. Here's a neat thing. You can just inhale the fish and put it over Kirby's head and you'll just swim. I'm not doing anything right now.
Auto scroll at its finest.
And it's faster.
I think Super Mario Bros. 2 ripped this off. Holding your enemies over your head. Definitely.
This level is a little, not spooky, but like, if I miss one of these shards, it is a long trek back to get back to where they are. And we don't need this ability, but we also do need this ability coming up. We're getting single bomb coming up here. You don't need it, but it pretty much like makes, that was really close.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Pretty much makes the next few bosses coming up in this level and of the world a lot more playable and not slow.
A tricky boss fight here, or mini boss.
Ah, dang. You can get into that little alcove up there and stall Kirby from the current, because I'm getting pushed down right now. And you can just stall there and get a quick kill. Saves a little bit of time. Very awkward, because you're trying to get there before he gets there, and you have the current pushing you forward.
And that current will make it hard to like stay in the position too.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird quick kill to get. But we kept bomb, that's what matters, because if I lost bomb in this room, I would go look for bomb somewhere else. That's how important it is for this next boss here with Acro.
I'm trying to think of like where they get the fastest bomb, probably like 2.5 or whatever.
2.4, yeah.
Yeah. And Kirby does not like the whales.
What do you think about Acro being named Acro? It's just Orca backwards.
I'm kind of about it. It's all right. About it as I am with like Ekans, I guess.
True.
I'm personally a bit mad I didn't notice until you said it. I think I need a little more coffee.
Alright, we got the good pattern here if I could capitalize on it. Oh, he gave it to me twice. There's another attack he can do where he swims into the background and you just have to wait for him to swim back into position to hit him. So that's pretty good.
And they're missing a good cutscene right there too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this first room in 4-1's pretty neat, I think. Just pretty much like no abilities here. We're just moving with Kirby.
Yeah, the movement is pretty fun with like the way the dangling enemies work and like the floor traps. So you just like gotta know when to run, when to jump. When to fall through and get the secret shard.
It's funny, they do it again immediately right after. Oh, rip that cake.
It's always so funny when something gets caught like that and Kirby's just like 90-degree angle looking up trying to inhale.
This room is a little spooky. The death plane is pretty much right there where I just was floating. There's definitely faster ways to get through it, but it is very tight on the cycles of the vines.
Yeah, you had me nervous being that low. That was... There's one missed input or that fire cancel and you'd be
Yeah.
just hurting. Cause then like going through these rooms without fire is just even worse. Like, alright, we get to boogie some more with that invincibility candy.
Alright, gotta get this stone because we're gonna need it for the next level. But we need to backtrack to World 2 first. This is the fastest way. Leaving World 4. Come here for Bomb to get Dynamite. And this power is super important. We need to carry it pretty much up until the end of the level.
We got our boy Waddle Dee. Auto scroll.
In the monkey mines in Donkey Kong Country, basically.
While we're riding the minecart, do we have some time for some word saying?
Yeah.
Cool. So we do still have our 2 polls open for Pokemon Platinum, and currently Jolteon is in the lead for the evolutions, and Vaporeon is in second, and I do want to just say, if you remember the Pokemon Go Summer, you know the one, Vaporeon was the strongest evolution. Just putting that out there, you know? And for our starter, Mantike is by far in the lead, and we did have some Absol love coming in, and personally, Absol is a dark type. I can't say no to that. So if y'all want to help Absol catch up, now's a good time.
Yeah, Absol's a good Pokemon.
Very cool. I've always got a soft spot in my heart for Vaporeon, though. So such a funny Pokemon to troll people with.
The Vaporeon.
I was not a good person
Vaporeon?
to my friends when I played Pokemon with my friends. I was not a good person.
No, like, just tanking everything.
And then healing it back.
Yeah. Sounds like a good speedrun strat, honestly.
Alright, this is not the last room, but this is the room we need Dynamite for at the very end of this long stretch of level here.
With notably some of the worst enemies to try to avoid. Like those Zeuses. That's what those guys are called, I think.
Those guys suck, if that's what they are. Like,
Yeah.
they are so annoying. Pull up on this guy. Nope, a little short. That's fine.
And that dynamite explosion is huge, blasting open that wall from way over there.
Yeah, I tried to get it onto that enemy, but I was a little short, and it's kind of hard to reposition the dynamite. So, like, if you miss it, you kind of just have to sit there and wait. Because anytime you touch the dynamite, it'll just bounce off of Kirby, like, way high in the air.
They got the inspiration for the duck hunt can.
Oh my god. Alright, we survived 4-2. It's one of the scariest levels for sure. Honestly, a lot of World 4 and 5. Pretty scary. This first room isn't too bad, but we're going to be seeing Curling Stone come back again. Why did I jump up there?
I had some high stakes curling stone with the bottomless pits.
Yeah, lots of bottomless pits in this level, and if you Curling Stone at a bad time, you're taking a death. This movement is so weird every time on these guys. Move, I need to inhale, thanks.
Nice.
Yeah, this level is really satisfying to pull off, though, if you can do it with Curling Stone. Because we do need, I don't know if you need Curling Stone specifically for 4-4, but you do, like, we do use it to get one of the shards in that level, so it's faster to go through this level with Curling Stone. The last 5 times I've done this puzzle, it has been Parasol, dude. That's so funny.
Is Parasol the worst one?
By a lot, yeah. It's the hardest one to do, like, optimally, too, because this pattern is very particular. There's 3 possible patterns you can get there. You get pizza as well, or the easiest one being the top hat. Oh my god, that was weird. Oh, did not get a full speed Curling Stone there. I don't know if I mentioned this with Curling Stone, but pretty much I'm holding right on the D-pad while moving forward, and as soon as I hit B to uncurl Kirby, I'm pressing right again to get a dash to immediately get a full speed Curling Stone. So you want to, like, try and carry those inputs. You'll see Kirby run for like a frame or two before I input another one.
We got another scary level in store for us. We got to carry this
Pretty
Curling
far.
Stone. Yeah. And there's just stuff everywhere at every turn, trying to burn Kirby, basically. Also a nightmare for anybody trying to manip the game's RNG, because a lot of these enemies make the RNG advance just by being on screen.
Speaking of burning, may I ask an important question that's been burning in my mind for a little bit now?
Yeah, what's up?
Does the curling stone canonically make Kirby Canadian?
Possibly.
I think so. Few things more Canadian than curling, I think. Pop stars in Canada. Also, making your way through this one of these last rooms with good health.
Yeah, 3 here is good.
Because for anyone like paying attention, when we get this shard, there's like lava under it. And you like almost always take 1 bit of damage trying to get it.
Yeah, we're back here with double fire now. This room is a little treacherous, I would say. You want to double fire in very particular spots. Like, even on going backwards to there, I'm literally just making sure I hit the right spots for this. Because I don't want to fall in a pit or something. Jump here, fire here. Because getting hit in, like, in quick succession twice, you'll pretty much drop your ability. And that really sucks in that room because it's pretty slow. We're gonna ditch double fire. This is the last time we'll see it. And we're gonna grab Cutter here before leaving.
And one of the best abilities coming up for this boss fight coming up.
Just need to get it first. Nice spawn. Really good spawns.
Nice.
Not very good RNG though.
And we got Sword Kirby at home.
Oh. Try to throw it there. It's fine. Just one more cycle. Yeah, this hitbox is huge and is just active the whole time because, you know, it's on fire.
I think Kirby's the first recorded instance of ISG.
Probably. I would believe so.
That may be the first thing I've understood this entire run, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Alright. Didn't explode. Quite literally. There is a chance the game just crashes for some reason on this fight.
In every version of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what causes it, but that just can happen.
That's single fire. Is that hot singles in our area?
We are now in my personal hell. This level is very hard, I think. And every level after this in World 5. but they are very cool. No pun intended. There's a lot of cool movement in all these levels.
Yeah, I feel like World 4 and on is really where this game like picks up.
For sure.
The levels are just so good. And it's our boy Waddle Dee with more auto-scrolling.
I think this is the last one of the run.
Yeah, I think so.
It's hard to, like, for me to like, call it an auto-scroller. It is an auto-scroller, but, like, I still have to pay attention, because there's always a crystal shard hiding in one of these. So I do have to look at the screen. And not take damage, too.
Yeah, I really don't want to miss those. Like, they're so easy to get, but if you get caught sleeping, you're really gonna be upset with yourself. Oh no, Waddle Dee died. People sad.
Oh no. Okay. Made it out alive. As much as I say this level is my personal hell, the music is so good. I love the music in World 5.
Yeah, it's like all the tracks are just super solid.
Do y'all have a particular favorite?
Ooh. I think 5-2 is really good. That might be my favorite in the game, but it's really hard to pick.
That's the butter building rendition one?
Yeah, it is.
Nice, yeah, it's a good choice.
This upcoming level is definitely the spookiest of all the ones here, I would say, probably. Just because of this enemy combo we're gonna need here. But the music is a big vibe.
Yeah, this one's got it all. So I'm always curious what's up with these like crystal shards in these clouds. Like shouldn't we be getting those?
Ooh, I missed the B input.
Or they look like the markers that are over the Sims.
They really do, actually. That's funny.
I can't unsee that now.
So now horror stories is like a Sim graveyard.
Honestly, can't unsee that now.
I mean, this is Shiverstar, right? Like, it looks like Earth. I mean, like, the lore keeps adding up.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Alright, we can just walk
Dang.
here. We're about to get rid of fire anyway, so it's not the biggest deal. Because we do need to get Needle here coming up right here. For probably the most annoying combo in the game, in the run, I would say.
You gotta rely on that Sparky RNG.
Yeah, this one need to combine Needle with Spark, but this Sparky really, really likes to just throw himself over the cliff. And I need to be careful too, because it's very easy to take a lot of damage coming up here and lose Needle, and have to just reload the room. Oh, there he goes.
Oh my... It's so often he does that.
Oh, I'm gonna get rid of this guy first, but alright. I'll just reload. It's very easy to reload enemies in this game, at least. Oh my god. Get over to that. Alright. So now we hope he doesn't go to the right. Alright.
Wait, Sparky, please.
Get rid of this guy.
You platforms just like me.
Alright.
Nailed it. Once try.
One try. Yeah, we need this ability for this mini boss coming up here. There's a crystal shard in the middle of this block here. Alright. I've definitely lost a good amount of runs to that Sparky being either uncooperative or trying to go too fast and just missing the combo. That guy sucks, for sure. But it is very easy to reload enemies in this game. So you just go off screen a little bit and he's back there. It's just very awkward.
Yeah, as long as you don't lose the spike that you're trying to combine it with.
Yeah, that would be tragic. That's why I was trying to get rid of that, whatever that enemy's name is. That
Yeah,
beats you.
Those things are rough. I swear, for me, the Sparky always jumps over my throw, and I'm just...
Yeah, that's why having the ability in Kirby's mouth helps a lot with that. Whoops. Kirby will just spit out abilities faster than throwing them with his hands. It's made most of the Sparky combos a lot easier to deal with. That one is still a little unfortunate. Alright, this room's a little awkward.
This level on low health is, like, just scary.
There's a lot going on. Like, everything's actively trying to kill you. Except this guy. He's just kind of hanging around.
See what you did there?
And we have another add-a-line puzzle here. Just gotta match the colors with the fruit she's drawn, so that's what? Red, brown, purple.
It's funny, there's a couple of the fruits that she draws on there that I remember the first time I did it, I was like, what is that?
Yeah. Especially like the
good thing
orange
I
and the
know-
melon.
Yeah, right? Yoshi's story is the only reason why I knew the melon was green.
Yeah.
But like that weird nut one that's for brown, like I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that one, I had to look it up when I was learning this run. I was just like, I don't know what that is, like... I'm gonna grab some health here. Really would not like to die while having drill here. Because we
I
do
never
need this
realized
at the start of the next level.
Never realized you can get drill in this level.
It's super handy for sure. And these cannons here, they lock onto where you're gonna be. So you have to be a little careful. Alright, something interesting we're gonna do here is we're gonna put the ability here in Kirby's mouth, and it lets him fall a little faster. I think it makes him fall faster. It makes that movement around the Gordos a bit more consistent, at least. And we're gonna get fire here for some movement speed. I know what it does in that. When you enter this room, actually. When you enter this room, normally Kirby's climbing down the ladder, but with the ability in your hand or his mouth, he'll just fall straight down. That's what it is.
So we got some more fear for this level, because there's a lot of one-hit KO stuff in this room. Those dudes with the hammers in the back, and then the next room, things want to smash you.
Yeah, I don't need fire, but I would really like to not die, because this takes a while to get through.
Oh, here. Do we have time for a donation?
Yeah, we do.
Cool. So we do have $20 from Brandino, who says, I love Morpheus with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exclamation marks. He's so cool and good at so many games. Thanks, Brandino.
I love you, Brandino.
And on that note, too, we are getting pretty close to the end of the run, and we still have that raffle until the end for $15. So, folks, if you want to get in on that raffle, time's running out.
Alright. This is an ability that I really loved growing up, and now I kinda hate it. It's very unfortunate. Lightsaber is very cool, but the way ImPurpp was talking about it earlier with the way this game handles inputs, and with Lightsaber, it is very, very weird. Your jumps get eaten quite often if you're not careful about it.
Yeah, the funny contrast between the speedrunners and the casual enjoyers that are just like, oh, I love that ability, and all the speedrunners are like, this ability sucks.
Dude, I was team Lightsaber up until I got like a 120 or something. And I was like, never again. This ability is just not it. But it is very useful though. The hitbox on it is huge and is active. It's basically Fire Sword, but you get to spin it around very wildly. Ooh. I'm dead.
Oh.
That's fine.
Oh.
I missed my jump on the platform. I don't need fire, at least. It just makes this auto-scroller a bit faster. We do want Spark, though. Spark will be good for the upcoming boss here. What is that, the first death? I think it is.
True.
If there's any level I was gonna die in, it was probably this one, to be honest.
Yeah, true. This is probably like the last real threatening level.
Yeah, it's very easy to just get caught up. Ooh, I'm gonna die again. Alright, I thought I could make that.
Dang.
Alright, we're chilling.
Has never before been done non-fire movement.
Yeah, honestly. Anytime I die here, it's just a reset, to be honest. So, now used to doing this with just normal Kirby. Just wait here. Yeah, Spark's cool. It's gonna be pretty handy for the upcoming boss, just because it's just his long-lasting hitbox. Get to hear more of the factory music, which is a banger.
And I guess one thing about even with this game having like a few less abilities than like other Kirby games, I do feel like there's less like redundant abilities because of that, which is pretty cool.
For sure. Alright, so we got these giant walls of whatever chasing us. And at the end of this hallway here is one of the crystal shards.
Nice.
Alright, we are out of the factory.
Nice, we're clocking out and going straight to HR.
Literally. It's funny. Yeah, this is HR. He is, a boss. This first phase is pretty RNG heavy. He has 4 attacks he can do. He can do this one here, which is really good if you don't mess it up. I only got 3 instead of 4 hits, but he can do these missiles, and we haven't seen it. He can do a laser attack, and he can do this slap attack, which is okay if you don't mess up the slam attack. Naturally, he goes for the slam attack at 1 health. But phase 2 is pretty straightforward. He'll always fly up and reset at half HP. So 3 hits of spark here. And then you just do it again and he's dead.
I never realized he does that at half HP. I was like, I always got confused. Like, is this an attack? What is this?
Yeah, it's always at half. It's pretty neat. Alright, we're pretty close to the end of this run. World 6 is gonna fly by, and then we'll be at the final boss. Helps that 6-1 is 5-1, but prettier.
Yeah, almost verbatim.
Yeah, we do need a different combo ability for one of these shards coming up. But Needle's really good here because it just pokes that guy through the floor.
Yeah, that's so funny. The disrespect, KO him off screen.
It's so funny every time. Just like mashing the B button and just hitting him under the floor. Oops.
The needle bomb, I think, is one of the other like coolest abilities.
For sure. I like the sound it makes when he blows up.
Yeah. And you get to be a Gordo.
Alright, last backtrack of the run. Coming here for Spark.
Banger alert.
Unironically. I really like this song.
It just sounds like anxiety.
Pretty much. Alright. We're gonna try and carry this Cutter Spark for the rest of the run, pretty much.
Yeah. Hopefully we can win a lottery with it. We get all our friends showing up on the second to last level to clear the way.
I do have an important question from chat.
What's up?
Goof is wondering, why is Kirby wielding a lightsaber?
What year did Phantom Menace come out? This came out like around the same time, right? This game was like 2000. Maybe they took inspiration from that.
Kirby's the midichlorian count is crazy.
This entire conversation has made my back hurt.
And now the biggest banger alert.
This is an actual banger. There's not too much to this level though, it is pretty much just a bunch of enemy gauntlets.
But they did hide that sneaky shard in the second one.
That one is really tricky. I think it's one of the trickiest in the game.
Yeah, definitely. You'll see it coming up. I think it's this room.
Yeah, it is. The movement here is really cool.
Yeah, so Morph is gonna eliminate some enemies, get rid of his lightsaber, and then create a combo right here. So he can blow up the floor, grab the shard, get rid of the ability, and then the enemies spawn just perfectly so he can get the lightsaber back before leaving.
Definitely one of the coolest parts of the run, I think, with all the ability management.
Yeah, that room is just really cool. And the convenient enemy, like floating enemy, like spawn for the lightsaber is pretty cool too. And that's the final shard of the game. And we're off to go finish MM.
Yeah, the main difference with this run compared to any percent, this is where the final level would be right here. This boss, but we've got. Oh wow, this is
Spark.
This is like the 4th time in a row I've gotten that.
Nice.
That's really good. That eliminates one of the most annoying phases of this fight. Pretty much the whole gimmick of this fight is you want to use whatever form he's using, you want to use the copy abilities against it. So I'm using Cutter against Cutter, Spark versus Spark, etc.
And the Spark is probably one of the hardest ones to beat, although probably also one of the coolest ones to watch. But in one cycle bomb, let's go.
Oh, that's annoying. That's extra annoying. Alright. Not one cycle stone at all. I didn't get a single hit. Had to make up for gaming on bomb and Spark. Should be stone left, yeah. Yeah, this is where the any percent run would end after beating Miracle Matter, but That just assumes if you get, if you skip all the crystal shards. But we're here for the real ending. So we have one more boss coming up.
Also, just shouting out that you made Miracle Matter look easy right there.
Yeah, I was
that boss is
surprised
hard.
how well that went, besides Stone. I'm gonna top off with the tomato here. Alright, this is 0-2. I'm gonna try for the 1 cycle. Time will be coming up on this final hit here. I'll shout it out when that happens.
I mean, a very interesting final boss here. Just like the movement's completely different. It's like everything about it is just like a whole new game, and it's really fun. Nice.
Come on.
I haven't really done that before, but I just know, yeah, like when he's being stunned, if you can like flip around and hit that band-aid on top of him, you'll stun him again.
Ah, yeah. He was not... I think I had to move a lot more than I thought I had to. That would have been the 1 cycle, but this next spawn here will be the end. Whoa. And time.
GG, dude. Well done.
TG.
Thank you, thank you. That was pretty solid besides the 5-4 deaths. That's all good though. That was fun.
Yeah, super solid. 116, you beat my PB.
Wow, 116. Without the 5-4 shenanigans, that would have been like a 114 or something. That's pretty good. Alright, I just want to shout out Perp for helping me do comms for this. I probably would not have been able to do it alone, to be honest. And
Thanks, man. Pleasure to be here.
Shout out to Raph. Super awesome community we have going here. And shout out Kirby community. I haven't been in there nearly as long as I have other games, but everyone I've talked through that community is always super cool. So shout outs to them as well. You have any shout outs, Perp?
Yeah, I think that's about it. Shout out Morph for being awesome.
Appreciate it.
Where can people find y'all?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Morpheus, and everywhere else it'll be Morpheus080. And yeah.
And I'm at twitch.tv/ImPurpp.
All right, well, that was a great run. Thanks for being on with us. And we're going to go ahead and go on a little intermission here. And when we're back, we're going to be doing Ocarina of Time 3D. So stick around, y'all.